Hello everybody, Apophii here, and today we're going to be playing some Banished. If you've ever seen this game, it's basically it's kind of like SimCity, but with a sort of ancient village kind of deal. Anyways, we're going to start with a new village called, what are we going to call it? Pophistown. There's the map seed, terrain type, valleys, large, mild. And I'm going to go on easy. To be honest, this is a pretty tough game. I've found, anyway. I was never much good at sim. But can we go? Go. What are you doing? Oh, the click boxes are a little bit weird. Okay. I was never much good at SimCity or anything like that, so maybe that's why I find it difficult. But it seems like basically if things start to go downhill, they go downhill very, very quickly, and you've got to be pretty on top of it to keep them from doing that. So anyway, I've played it a few times. I played through a few different villages. I mostly have had them die to starvation or freezing. Out of the two of them, I've never gotten any disease stuff, but that's a thing too. You can get like different diseases that can. Also, the loading screen's great. Different diseases that can hurt your city. The way to mitigate that is with a hospital, but you have to build that. So yeah, this is our starting town. You start off on easy. You start off with 4 or 5 houses and storage barn and a whole bunch of supplies. So let's get going here. Now let's see. I think I'm gonna play with the sound for a second here and see if I can. Where are we? Maybe it's in the escape menu. Options, audio. Bring that up a bit because it's the sounds and the visuals and everything in this effect volume, ambient volume, perfect. Whoa, again. The sounds of the visuals and stuff in this game are just unreal in my opinion. Like, I think it's absolutely great. So you can rotate, you can move around, zoom in and out. So let's do a little bit of planning here before we get into things too much. What do we got? We've got iron here. This is iron. This is stone. So that's good. We've got quick access to that. Through here is going to be a bit expensive to try and go. So I think the best bet's to go across this way. So yeah, I think that's the... Can I click that? There we go. We need, I would say, yeah, 2 or 3 builders. That'll do. I wish there was a way... that you could minimize this a little bit so that it would just sort of condense down, but even like possibly if you got rid of the logo things on this, and that would shrink the whole thing down by, you know, a centimeter or whatever. Also, I was going to tell you guys, this game, it's a game that I enjoy playing. It's very, very relaxing, to be honest, to just play around on it. I'm going to also turn up the speed here a little bit. Where do I do that? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's very, very relaxing to play. But this whole game, all the textures, everything like that, was developed by I believe it was a one-man developer team. It was an indie developer who has just worked on this and decided to create this awesome game, and he did an unbelievable job of it. There are some updates that have come out, but I haven't bothered downloading them just because they've been mostly to do with mods. People are adding mods into it. We're also gonna get a woodcutter here. Where is it? Perfect, right there. So the woodcutter, what he does is splits wood, or she splits wood and stockpiles it. So that split wood is your firewood for the winter when it gets cold and everybody needs to hang out inside and burn wood to stay warm. You also need to worry about food resources, which I'm not sure. Where's the interface for that one? The resource interface. It's got to be around here. General statistics about the town. There we go. That's the one that we wanted. So drop that up there. And so we've currently got 800 food. And this... Wait, what? Oh, sorry. So 98 stored logs and 160 stored wood. So this woodcutter is going to cut up to a limit of 200 firewood. And the population slowly grows over time. It's a lot of fun. So now that we've got a bridge over here, that's done. We can actually grab a woodcutter. Wait, no. Where are we here? A forester's lodge. Actually, I should build the hunting cabin first. That's in food. Hunting cabin, perfect. So we're gonna build that. Scroll out a bit so I can see where the area is. Right there. So they're gonna go and clear that area, and then I'm all best bet. So we'll build a bridge across there fairly soon, and then we'll start building up that way, because I'm not gonna be able to stay in this valley very long. Okay, so we'll rotate this back. Whoa, there, perfect. So now, let's grab food production. What are we gonna do? We need, actually, resource. Remove resources. What are we gonna do? Just get trees, I think. So we're gonna remove those. Actually, you know what? We're gonna get all the resources from right here. Let's grab that, clear that area out. And we're gonna need a wood splitter. Where's the wood splitter? This one right here, the woodcutters. R to rotate. Oh god, I'm remembering all the controls. I was kind of worried that I wouldn't. There we go. I think right there is reasonable. So they're going to cut this down. They're going to bring it to the storage pile or to here to build a new building. Let's grab a road. And we're going to go across right there. No, I think that went. Maybe not. Okay. I'll try again here. Oh, I gotta click a bridge. Okay. There we go. Perfect. That'll grow. We're gonna grow a bridge, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. What else do we need here? We are going to need to do some food gathering and stuff, which means that we should make a hunting cabin. There we go. But we're gonna make that up here with a forester's lodge. So it's gonna take a little bit before we get over there. We could make a fishing dock, but there's not really enough water here. The efficiency of the fishing dock works based off of how much water is around it, how much water they have to fish in. So it wouldn't be very efficient along here. But I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't. Oh yeah, I gotta get all my user interfaces up here. We're gonna bring this up. That's the event log. Drop that down there. Bring it up to the list of people and their professions right there. So we need some builders. And I'm also going to build a forester's lodge right across from it. Right there. Perfect, so they're going to get to work on those. A child named Early was born, a child named Trist was born, a child named Anila was born, and a child named Lueli, I don't know, was born. Also, I apologize, my voice is a little bit gravelly this morning. Wanted to get this video up for you guys, so I'm working on it in the morning. Usually I wait till a little bit later. But yeah, so what are we doing right now? Oh, this person's hungry. Well, go get some food, man. There we go. The only one of the problems I have with this game, ooh, the fog. Um, One of the problems I have with this game is the fact that the villagers aren't super intelligent, which fair enough. They shouldn't be super intelligent, but um, they'll do things like people will hoard all of the food into like one house, and then everybody else will starve to death. They'll do things like wander around out in the cold and like aimlessly instead of going into a house to warm up, and dying that way. They just do a lot of things that kind of make you scratch your head, and you're like, "What are you doing?" You can go in and get food right there rather than starve to death. But so that's something that probably could be fixed with the AI. But again, it's a one person team, and they've created this, and I'm just so impressed with it. Like, you guys will have to see once it gets fall, all the leaves change. Not that, well, like most of this is conifers, but the leaves all change colors, and then the leaves fall off for the winter. It's unbelievable. Also, the winters are really hard. You can't gather much for resources in the winter. It's hard to gather resources. You're burning through tons of wood and a lot of food. So like, they kill you very quickly if you're not careful. Usually the first little bit's not bad, but like by year 5 or 6, the population is growing pretty quickly, and you've got to be careful to make sure that you're really over prepared for it, because if the population grows more than you expect, then you might be done. So for buildings like these, what they have to do, all the villagers come over here and they remove. So they're actually building it right now. So what they do first is they remove any logs, rocks, iron, whatever that's in the way, and carry it all back, and then they bring all the supplies back to the site, which actually is another sort of interesting point about the game. That if there is iron, and if I need iron to build this building, and there is iron in the way of it, they will pick up the iron, carry it all the way back to the nearest storage area. Then somebody else will grab the iron and bring it all the way back to be able to build it. So let's get some hunters going here. So yeah, that's kind of something that is a little bit silly, but I don't know. It's not game breaking or anything like that. It's just a little bit annoying when you want to get something built quickly. Let's see, what season is it here? Late summer. Okay, we're doing all right. So we got 3 hunters, a woodcutter. We definitely have enough wood, so that's good. And now we need foresters. There we go. 4 foresters. That should be good. I don't really need these builders right now, so we'll just leave 1 builder on. Also, one of the things that's pretty cool that I like is you can do this to show, well, maybe, okay, here we go. To show the paths that people take to their work and back. So the woodcutter lives right beside it. This house actually is home to the people who live, who work at, is that the hunting cabin? Yep. So at least one person there works at the hunting cabin. Does nobody live there, or do they just not work? Okay, I don't know. Hunting cabin and the logging, and so you can see, looking through it, you can see where everybody works. Who lives here, and what are they doing? Oh, okay, so Adelbert just became a hunter, and Kenny anyways, just became a forester, and they have 2 kids who are 1 and 9. Interestingly, it actually goes through time. Where's the, yeah, so that's year 1 is what it says right there. It goes through, so like kids grow up and stuff like that. A kid will go from 1 year old to 10 years old inside of the first year, which is kind of interesting. But I mean, I'm glad it works that way. Otherwise, it would be rather impossible, because like if you had to spend 10 years waiting for these kids to grow up, game years, they take a while. So that would be a pretty crazy process. And so as I was saying before, you where are we here? You can see where people go and come from to get to where they work. And so an important part of sort of managing the game is making sure that people can live near where they work. And if you do that well, it means that because they don't move very fast. This is like on 5 times speed. So here, I'll show you on regular. This is regular speed. They're quite slow. So keeping them efficient and keeping them being able to see, this is what I'm talking about here. They're clearing the area. Keeping them from taking long trips between home and work every day actually saves you a lot of time in the long run. So building a couple extra houses is totally worth it. Okay, so the way that these lodges and hunting cabins work, it took me a little while to figure all these mechanics out, so I'll let you guys sort of in on what I found out. Basically, so a forester's lodge, people who work there will both cut and plant unless you toggle one of them on or off. They will both work and plant by cutting down and planting trees in this whole area. And a forester's lodge, a hunting cabin, they patrol this whole area here and hunt in it. And basically, the more dense the forest is in that area, the better their hunting is going to be. Which is why I usually build them in combos. So these foresters keep the forest nice and thick, and the hunters hunt in it. So it usually works out as a really good combo. So there's kind of like all these tricks, like I mentioned before, with the fishing thing that, I wouldn't have initially sort of expected that the fishing hut was based off of how much water is around it, but once you learn that, then it's not a big deal to sort of try to put them somewhere fairly reasonable. Like I could, wow, okay, maybe not. I was expecting there to be, yeah, so we'd have to pretty much come all the way out here to get a reasonable spot for it. But if I built a fishing hut, say right here, it could do really well. Unfortunately, with the way things work, it would take me like half a season to build it because I'd have to bring stuff all the way over there. So it looks like we've got our house coming along there, and so you guys probably saw the leaves changing. It's really, really pretty, especially when you zoom in on them. It's really nice. And I don't have the graphics all the way up even, so. And autumn, and we have snow. Not a super big deal this early in the game because I didn't have any farms going or anything like that, but that can potentially kill you. You don't know when it's going to snow. Sometimes it snows in early autumn. Sometimes it doesn't snow until full on winter, and then it starts snowing. But when it does, it'll freeze and kill all your crops. So sometimes in autumn, when you should be harvesting the crops, it snows and just wipes all of them out. So let's see. We've got this built. These houses are coming along. Not too bad. Let's get rid of that. What else are we going to get done here? We should get something. Doing logging. So what I'm going to do is build a stockpile right here. Just like that. And so we'll clear it. And again, this is a time-saving thing where the foresters will cut down logs, and instead of every single time the forester cuts down some logs and carts them all the way back over here, they'll just cut them down, stockpile them here, and if you need them, the laborers that you've got will come grab them and bring them to wherever they need to go, which is nice. So, and this is actually bugging me a little bit here. Where's my resources? Collect stone. I'm going to grab this guy. Perfect. Also, so basically, like when you pick these up, they disappear. They disappear off the map. You can see here where I said collect all these resources. there's actually nothing now. The trees are gone. They will grow back naturally eventually, which is really, really cool. But all this stone and iron here and stuff like that are actually just gone. So that means once you get further in the game, you've cleared the areas around where your town is. You have to start setting up stuff like quarries and mines to get iron, and stone. And you can also actually use the mine to get coal, which produces steel, and you can make steel tools. It's really good. Oh, and that's another thing I haven't mentioned yet. Tools. Tools are important. So you make tools out of... That's what I should do right now. I'll make a blacksmith. Where are we? Why am I not seeing it here? There we go. It's because I'm not looking. That's why. So we'll build a blacksmith right there. And so the blacksmith will make tools, and you're hungry, okay. Excuse me. So the blacksmith will make tools out of wood and iron, and that allows everybody to do their jobs. So that's one of the things that can potentially end your town as well, is if you run out of tools, the blacksmith won't have a tool to make his tools, and so he'll work very, very slowly, which means that you can't get any more tools, and it just all spirals down, and people are taking forever to like cut down trees and stuff like that because they don't have anything to work with. And yeah, so basically if you run out of tools, your whole town can come crashing down pretty quickly. Okay, so it looks like we've got this storage area now, and we're putting iron and stone in it and some logs. That's perfect. These people are hungry. See, this is sort of what I'm talking about a little bit earlier. We've got 200 stored food, and these people are starving. There's an 11-year-old kid living there by herself, and a 10 and an 11-year-old. Wow, we are running a Lord of the Flies operation up there. And these people are probably, at a guess, traveling all the way from here all the way up. Yep. So that usually writes itself in a little bit, maybe at the start of the next season kind of thing. Everybody will move and sort of jostle their positions around so that they are closest to where they live closest to where they work. So we got this going. It's almost good. And we're in late winter. So we should actually see the snow start melting pretty soon. And we'll be able to start farms and things like that. Oh, I've got chickens, so I actually can start a farm. I'll need to clear some area for it, though. So let's remove resources from this section right there. Perfect. So my laborers will go through, and there we go, and we got the snow melting. Perfect. Early spring. So my laborers are going to go ahead and clear this area, and then we're going to be able to build some farms there. So I'm going to set up a chicken coop and a chicken ranch. I'm going to set up myself a chicken ranch in that area. And I'm also going to remove the resources from right here. Perfect. But that is going to be it for the first episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy Banished. If you do like it, you can go and pick it up on Humble Bundle or Steam. I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It does have its issues that I mentioned, but to be honest, I still enjoy it over all of them. I have sat and just clicked and played this game for like hours on end, and people are dying of starvation. So that is going to be it for the episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you liked the video, and we'll see you next time.